Okay, so we're back for part 3 of the Mojave build. So today a couple things have to go down. Trying to wrap this up in this whole series. In this video, we'll see how that goes. So first step, we got that new king nut or castle nut on for that one wheel and the washer. New sprocket, new chain, and then the only thing we have to do besides that is the trusty old grill paint for the exhaust because it's rather rusty. I know it's not the right paint, but we're putting lipstick on a pig here, so it doesn't matter what kind of lipstick it is, it's still gonna look like a pig. And finally, we're gonna see if my new toy comes in, which is a brake bleeder. It's coming on Amazon. It should be here in the next hour, so if it is here tonight, we'll do it. If not, we'll wait because I want to try a brake bleeder, see how more efficient it is than just doing it manually. So I'm gonna set up the camera and we're probably gonna start with jacking it up and then putting that wheel lug on. Just gotta line it up to where I could get that pin in. I think I could get it in there. Let me try to straighten this out. Nah, it's gotta go over more. Unless these two align. These might align. Yeah, buddy. Sorry if that a tilt here, I don't know. And that's not going anywhere. Beautiful. We will put the tire back. Start it by hand. And I believe these are gonna be torqued down to clickety clack on the impact, if you know what I mean. And yes, that's a technical term. Here. Onto the chain. Same idea here. wheel's coming off. I'm gonna absolutely fry this thing. I use this thing for everything. I think, hopefully my thing isn't totally out of whack here. Not totally straight, but coming off. Alright, now you can see the interior. Now I'm changing this chain and the sprockets because, I mean, they have some rust on it, and the last quad I had actually looked just like this. I ran it. I was probably going almost full speed. Snapped, broke both of these sprockets, and luckily no engine damage, but it was very close. So from now on, it's worth the extra $60 just to get the OEM chain and sprockets, and do it right the first time. So I'm assuming to get this off, I need to take this off here. So that should be fun, but we'll see. All right, so I'm gonna take this dust guard off. Let me get a driver of some sort. Oh, and they have the right equipment here. Looks like they actually got a new one, which is kind of weird considering they just put a random one on the other one. But let's see, They definitely did. This is brand new. I don't know why they didn't do it on the other side. Oh, fuck. Okay. Hit it a few times, then you'll get that puppy out. Use the leverage of the nut to get it out. Got it. Now to get this bad boy off, I have a feeling that might have to drop it. Yeah, I might have to drop it and put in gear. But I don't know how well that's gonna freaking work. Actually, I put it in gear right now. Look at that, perfect. So oh shit. I forgot how I got it last time. Right tight, left loose, so I'll have to fall off. Maybe I'll drop it. Nah. And then maybe I'll have to torch it up. I can't tell if that was me sliding or holy shit. That is tight as a motherfucker. Let me go pull out the bin gun and send some heat. So I'm gonna heat this up, but what I was just thinking is basically, this is part 3 of my series, but this is basically how to change a chain sprocket on your quad. So this king nut is holding this whole assembly on. I keep calling it king nut. Corey's watching, he knows why. And yeah, so I'm heating this up to expand it up and make it a little looser. And then coming in with the big torch. Big wrench. gonna let it bake. Okay, sick. Smoking. You definitely don't want to be breathing that shit in, bro. There's the big guns. Holy shit. I wonder if it's going the wrong way. Definitely not. Holy shit. They really did a number to this one. Holy shit, man. I'm really cranking on it. There's nothing that's blocking it. I just don't have a socket that big or a gun that powerful. Oh, maybe if I do something smart here. Or maybe not so smart. Nah, I don't want to fucking slip and bust my shin open on this fucking thing. Wow. Pretty gnarly. Oh my god, I almost turned the engine over. I almost just fucking broke my ankle. See how dangerous that shit was? If that bike fell, I would have been fucked. That's not good. It's not going to plan. Wow. This is kind of fucked up. Just gonna try to heat it up some more. I'll get back when I heat it up. Well, after an embarrassingly long time that I don't even want to admit, aka 35 minutes, I finally got this bolt out. It turns out they just, I don't know what the fuck they did. I heated it up. I used a full tank of propane. I used a 4 foot, this size my hand. This thing's 4 foot long leverage. Grind down, I used half a bottle of PB West. I've never felt that in my life. That was very interesting. I'm definitely gonna, like, I don't even know what to say. This thing's like almost, you can't see in the camera, this thing's red. It's fucking red. I'm done with this fucking thing. Biggest piece of shit. Fucking bolt. You would not believe how hot this shit is. Wow, at least something came off fucking good at this thing. That's surprising. Well, good thing I bought an extra, what's it called? An extra castle nut, because holy shit, what a battle that was. I don't understand what they did, to be quite honest with you. Gotta get the chain off. Where's the master? I might just cut this bitch. I'm just gonna cut it with the grinder. Sorry, excuse my language. That's out of there. Okay, now I'm taking the this front cover off. Looks small. Could be a. Nah, it's probably gonna be an 8 mil, honestly. What do you know? I'm right. For once. Let's say. Jesus, one of the most torqued on fucking things in this whole bike. This might have to be a sun socket. If I'm being quite honest with you. Not if you push it. Push it to the limits, it'll be anything you want it to be. I think. Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't even get me started with that fucking thing. That thing looks deadly. You can't just grind that thing off, we know that. So, let's see what's going on here. See if I could take all that off. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Let's see. Stuck on something here. What it is, I just don't know. What's that? Okay. Wow, this is giving me a little battle here. I feel like everything on this bike's giving me a battle. Oh, you kidding me? You're not gonna believe this. Just my luck. You gotta be kidding me. It's hard to do this with one hand, quite honestly. Nice, finally. Got the chain out. Oh my god. I almost just fell. I lose my mind over this fucking thing. Alright. Old chain out. Shouldn't have put away that grinder, I might need it to. Let's see. They match up pretty good. So, let's see. Oh, beautiful. At least something went my way today. So, I don't know what I'm going to post this video under, if I'm going to post it under Mojave Part 3 or if I'm going to go, they can't change the sprocket, but if it is how to change the sprocket, don't be alarmed, it's usually not this hard. Just that bolt pissed me off and it's making everything else worse, so it's really simple. If your thing isn't rusted to shit, it's a really, honestly, very easy project to do. Tighten these down for now, nothing crazy, just give them to the click, you know. I should have probably put anti-seize on this, but these weren't even that bad. maybe I'll just tighten it after a couple rides or something. But that's that. Now I need to work on this beast. Maybe I could prop you up here. Excuse me if angle's a little off, but that's the best I can do, to be quite honest with you at this point in my life. If you don't get PB blasting your fucking eyeballs. I'm just looking at it. This one looks very worn, so I'm lucky I'm doing this. I just hope that it's a 12, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. The gear, like I'm sure this will work. It just looks a little different. I mean, these look a little thicker, which it should, but like you can't see in the camera, but in person it just looks a little different. But that's fine. Let's see what we can do with this. I definitely don't have a socket that big. We have to put in gear for this. Roll it. Okay, we're kind of locked up there. Let's see. If I could just use a normal wrench, that'd be beautiful. I took the airbox off. Let's see. I usually don't wear a lot of gloves, but I got these free, and also I fucking crisped my hand when I was trying to yank that, so I just wanted to make sure I'm doing it right, you know. I'm not too sure if this is right, tight, left, loose, or what. I don't know if the engine moved or the bolt. No, it's the engine. Maybe if we're in a higher gear, it won't spin as easy. I don't know if I just made that up or not. Yeah, I definitely made that up. I just don't think I have a big enough socket. For being realistic here. Shit. Definitely don't want to use the same sprocket. That's not a question. I guess when I go to the store, I could get one. That'd be hella annoying. Let me see. These are the same size, so. I could just do that. Fuck. I might have to bring this with me tomorrow. I'm not going tonight. Fuck that. That's super annoying. Damn. Actually, if I jam it up with that chain, I wonder if I can do that. I wonder if that's a possibility. If I bring this chain in here. Okay. Through here. Bringing the chain. Bring the chain. Come on. Never work on a bike when you're fucking starving. It just pisses you off more. There is reverse gear on this bike, but it doesn't work that well. I bet I could put it in reverse gear and then loosen it. like that. That could be the money shot, because I'm binding that up against itself. That could be beautiful. This could be genius, but very stupid. An alarm went off. I wonder if this should be reverse thread or not. You can always tell if you kind of just look at the thread pattern. Well, actually, I should first tape that back. Okay. That's that. Oh, well, let's just fuck that up. Okay. I wish I just had the right tool. That would just be nice. But I don't. That's not smart. Should probably get the right fucking socket for it. God damn it. Because it's gonna be, yeah. Alright. I guess this video is a wrap for today. I'm just gonna get the right socket. I'm not gonna mess it up any more than I have to. That's a bummer. But I guess I'll take it off. Put everything back where I found it. And yeah, see you next video. Alright, so I'm back with the Kawasaki Build. It's part like 47, but basically I did some work off camera. So what I did was, went to the Home Depot, bought the right size socket for that. Took it off, put my new sprocket on. If you're gonna do that, definitely just go buy, I think it was an 18 millimeter to get that off. Then sprocket's on, and now I'm gonna be putting the chain on. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. And then we'll get everything else set up. So I'll set you up and I'll get the chain situated. So I'm not sure if you can tell, but I have the world's sketchiest jack stand on this, so proceed with caution, if you will. Let me show you the easiest way to do this. So basically start with the chain, and the easiest way I found is to start underneath and let it catch. Catch. Let it pass through. And then once you're through, just let it catch the splines, pull all the way. And all underneath. I'll do all this because you can't really see, but that's... Okay, so the chain's on. It's fully tight, and look what happens. There's a gap here. So what we're going to do is unbolt these two axle nuts, and it should loosen up the axle enough to where we can move that chain. So we're going to see how that goes, and I'll record me doing it. So, all right, found the right size. These are 9/16 in my case. I am a little sketched out about prying while it's on a piece of wood. But what can you do, you know? You gotta get it done, and you gotta get it done. So. That wasn't too bad. So, gonna loosen both sides. Not all the way, just enough. And what this will do is allow you to move the axle just a bit so that I believe it'll make it less tight. Alright, so I kind of jumped ahead of myself here, but long story short, what you're doing here is taking your 9/16, loosening these two bolts here. This basically locks in this rear axle. Then you're going to take a big pipe wrench or, you know, any kind of wrench you have. You're going to you're going to grab around this and you're going to spin. In my case, I went, I guess, clockwise. And what it's going to do is this in here is like almost an oval. So depending on where it turns is how tight it's going to grip on the axle. Up. And then what you're doing is you're going to keep turning until your chain fits. And in my case, it fits now. So I'm going to throw it in there, and that's that. Then I'll tighten this back up and we'll be set. So I'll do that, and then sorry for that crazy camera, but I'll do that. All right, so now that we have the master link in, I mean the chain in position, you're going to get the master link, get your grass out of it. You're going to push through the hole. It's going to be a little tight. See if I can put through this. Okay, just got it through there, and we're in. Then you're gonna put your spacer, like so, and then you have your clip. Now, I've never heard the direction matters, so, but I always do it so that when I'm going forward, the closed end is there, so that I just feel like that's the way it should be. I don't know if there's a specific way to do it. This is how I always do it. Then let me get my screwdriver. Then I like to get a screwdriver and just put in the crease. Push down. Oh, you can see. And then push back. And you're gonna hear a click and you're in. So we're all set. I'll give it one more left tap, and we're in. And then I'm gonna take you here, and then it's still pretty tight, so I might actually loosen this up. So I'm gonna loosen this until I feel a little bit of play. Don't forget the chain's gonna stretch, so if it doesn't, if there's no play right away, that's okay, it's gonna stretch. And then finally I'm gonna tighten these down, and I'll get back to you when I do that. All right. So I got the chain set. I just have a little bit of play for now. I know it's gonna stretch out, so I'm not too concerned about that. But yeah, so next we're gonna go to the front brakes and bleed it out. So if you're just wondering how to perfect this better, really you have to loosen those bolts and play around. You're gonna, well, it depends on what your orientation is when you start, but for me, screwing it down was loosening it, and this way was tightening it. Going forward was tightening it, so that's probably gonna be the way for you as well. So yeah, let's hit the front brakes with my new tool. All right, so now is the time to tackle the front brakes. So they're really not working whatsoever. I'm almost positive, as you've seen in I think parts of this video or the one before, the brake fluid was just totally dried up in there. So I wanted to try a new tool, so I was on Amazon for 30 bucks. It's a whole manual brake bleeding kit. It's gonna be really cool to test this thing out. It should make things a lot easier. And for 30 bucks, if it saves me headaches, then it's worth it. So quite honestly, I didn't even look into what this kind of fluid this takes, but DOT3 should be good. They use this on motorcycles, so should work for this. So first step is come up here, go on top of the quad, and we are going to already loosen them up so it's not like super hard. You're gonna loosen these up. I'm gonna put this here. Don't forget, put it here. Then this one is screwed up pretty bad. I had to easy out it, so I'll have to fix that. But for now, just manually unscrew it. And there's the fluid. Looks a little darkacious, as they would say, but it's okay. So what we're gonna do to start is we need to fill this reservoir with fluid so that we could pump it out. That's full. I can tell we might even use this full bottle on this, so I'll stay up on the tripod and show you how this new machine works. All right, so bear with me. Here's my first time using this. So, from what I can tell, we are first going to get my plier, which I will do here. So we're gonna take the dust cap off the nipple, and we're gonna open it. We're going to open it pretty fully. So this is going to go in here. Okay, so that's fully on there. Then you take the cap off of here. I guess those are just extra parts. And we're going to put this cap in here, I believe. Twist that on. One end is going in here. Extension here. Just make sure it's recording. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, you can see. Then we're going to attach this end into the other end of this tube. And from what the instructions say, you just pump. Oh, here we go. Holy crap, it's working. Ooh, this is dirty. I don't know if you can see that. It is dirty, dirty. Wow, this is definitely a forearm workout. So the name of the game here is just pump until you don't see any fluids. I mean any bubbles. As you can see, there is just a ton. Ooh, this is very dark. Let's see if all the fluid is out. Yep, all the fluid came out. So pumping new fluids in. pumping. Trying to get this flow up. I don't know if you can see, but that is so bad. It's just, wow, I'm already empty. If you could have a helper, this would make things a lot easier. Keep the lid off this, so once I do get my suction going, I'm ready. Wow, it's just draining super quick. I wish I had a camera up here to show you. This is just insane. I'm up to apparently pretty high. Hopefully you can still see what's going on here. Sorry if you can't. I'm just pumping this through. Alright, so the brakes are bled, as you can see. It stops where I want it to. That was a little trickier than I thought with this machine. I thought it was gonna go a lot smoother, but basically the gist of it. Take the end of the hose, put it in the nipple there. Keep it closed. You're gonna pump this up to about in between 20-25 as far as you can get it. Then the one thing that was tricky about it is you need to keep this straight, or if it turns, air gets in there, I'd get a smaller hose if I were you, but put it on there. Then you're gonna open the breather. Once you open the breather, you're gonna come up to here, fill the reservoir with fluid, and then pump this a bunch of times until your fluid is running very low to the bottom. Then when it goes low to the bottom, you're gonna take your wrench and cut this off, turn it off. Then you're gonna put more fluid in there and repeat the process. So breather, so put the tube on, come to the pump it up to 20 to 25. Then you're gonna put fluid in your reservoir, make sure it's filled with oil or fluid. Then you're gonna come back here, turn the nipple on, and pump. Keep pumping. Once you've pumped, you're gonna look at the reservoir. Once it gets low to the bottom, you're gonna shut it off and repeat the process. Hopefully that makes sense, but definitely a little trickier than I thought. So we'll see how the quad runs once I, or the brakes work once I roll it around. So we'll see that. I'm gonna take it for a run.